All right, just got my shed. It's about 400 pounds, guys. So you can't do this on your own, all right? So it's about 7x7, but they do have a larger one. I got this one because perfect fit for my backyard. We're gonna set it up and we're gonna see how it looks. So this is a 7x7 storage space. Let's open it up. So it came a little damaged. If you have any missing parts or anything, you can always call the company or send them an email. They'll replace the parts. All right, so that's a great thing that they have about these these steens that you put together. This is my third one I buy, and one came with a broken part. Send them an email. 2 days later, 3 days later, it was here. So they're fast in responding. So let's go ahead and put this together. All right, so here we have it. I opened it up. We got the instructions in here. I'm gonna set this up and see how well it works, but I'm gonna take piece by piece out because it's I can't do this by myself. So it's very heavy. I just took out the instructions. All right, let's start the actual tour of the actual system first. All right, so first of all, this is made of metal. You can lock it in place. Make sure you lock it, and you put your own lock in here. Handles are very easy to set up, and they're all plastic durable. So this is outdoor graded, and like I said, I had it for a couple months. I haven't seen any issues whatsoever. I'm gonna open it up, and there's also some latches here that we're gonna lift to unlock it, and you could do the top and the bottom. You guys can see that. So I normally don't lock this one. I normally don't lock this one at all. So first of all, let me open the doors completely and step back here because I do have a mess in here. I get a lot of deliveries from Amazon, so I pile them up here and I go through my inventory. I have 2 racks in here side by side, if you guys can see, and these are huge racks. I'm gonna actually put the description on the racks too, so you guys can see that how big they are and so forth if you're looking for something. And I have room enough for one more if I want to. I can just get a smaller one here, and they do sell the shelves. All right, I do have a lot of stuff in here. I haven't even loaded up completely. Later down the line, I'm going to do probably shelving all around, so I don't have to do these 2 racks. So I'm going to do a shelf like an L shape, pretty much like a U shape actually, and that's going to give me more room. But I have to plan it out, and that will be during summer, where I could just go in the middle, have rack space in the back, rack space here, and so forth. Now, I was going to create this for a server farm, for printing farm actually, for 3D printing, but I changed my mind. I'm going to actually probably buy another one of these. And the best thing about it is, like, if you guys can see that, I'm walking in here. I'm about 6 feet tall, and you got a lot of room out there, if you guys can see it. And this is my Jimmy rig I did, all right? These are my actually LED lights. As you see, one here, one LED light, and then the other one's back there, which you can't see that much, but it points out to everywhere. Now, that was something, they're outdoor graded LED lights, but I put them inside and I just run the cord in here. Now, the great thing about it is that you have plenty of room back here to add like another shelf or so forth. This is a great little workshop. So if you're in the middle of the snowstorm or anything like that, you can even set up a heater. But if you set up a heater, make sure it's not near the actual walls, because they're made of plastic. They might, burn through or so forth. So not my recommendation, unless you're gonna be controlling the heat, holding something, maybe a overhead hanging by these metal rods here. It'll be perfect, like a little heating ventilation or something to keep you all out there. So you can work out here, you can make your little workshop here, your wood shop, and in soundproof is really good. So I'm gonna put the camera out there and I'm gonna scream or test. I'm gonna say test, 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 and see how loud it is. All right, let's test out how loud this is. All right, so I'm gonna close the door. There's no latches to hold down the door, so I'm just gonna close it enough. Test, 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 test. That's pretty much the test I did. So come back to that if you guys can see that. So on the inside here, you can see a little gap of light coming in, but it's not gonna reflect because the actual top goes over this thing. All right, so that's a good thing that the water's not going to penetrate. Like I said, it rained 3 times here, and it's rare when it rains, but it rained 3 times very hard that I had to take my shelter off the other one, and this one actually was holding very good. So good storms, it was able to handle good storms. good winds and so forth. So let me show you a couple of things on the external part. You are gonna need room, and just to let you know, I do have a tree here that I have to trim down constantly, so you do need the space. All right, and it, like I said, it goes deep back, and just make sure that you're aware that you have to make sure you have some ground on it, because if you put it unbalanced, this thing might come apart. So just make sure that, like I said, I actually put concrete right underneath of it, flatten it out, make sure it was leveled, and it worked out great. So these doors are humongous. It was very simple to put together, but the roof was the hardest thing. Let me show you the top of the roof. You guys probably see my solar panel. This is a highly recommended. I just have one single solar panel, but if I had multiple, I would add more. And I'm, like I said, I'm planning to clean out this place completely out, make sure that I could fit more, because I could fit a lot more than what that I have right now currently, because I'm gonna build some a U-shape shelves, so we don't have to worry about anything in the future. And not only that, the reason I'm gonna build the U-shaped shelves was another reason is to hold this whole structure, because if you guys notice here in the back, it is tilting just a little bit, and if I put more structure to the walls and drill them in, it keeps it together. And I've done this to another shelf that it worked out very good, and I hadn't have any issues. And the flooring, man, I might say this flooring can take a beating. I dropped so many things on it, and it's very good. In fact, this is almost like a 300-pound tool system I have. I have all my tools, some of my tools here, and it's about 300 pounds. All right, I can't carry this by myself. It has the rolling wheels, and it's carrying it out very good. Taking it out, in and out, was very simple. But like I said, I have two shelves here, internal. I could add more space. Very convenient, awesome shelter. If you're looking for outdoor shelter, outdoor shell space, and outdoor storage, this is a perfect unit. Make sure you put the rubber ends so when it rains, water will not penetrate. You do have light in the day, even if you close it, but it's not too bright, so you can always come back and add your own lighting in here. They do sell shelves for this unit, but if you guys notice, they're probably gonna fall off because it's not even probably a half an inch where it has to hang on. If you put heavy stuff, I'm afraid that it's gonna break it. Just make your own, or print your own, or maybe do your own, do whatever you need to. But like the structure itself, I highly recommend it for anybody that's just putting a storage space. If you don't have enough space in your backyard, maybe you want to look into it first. All right, just to make sure, don't leave it out in the sun when it comes in. It's very heavy. It's about 300 pounds on the box. All right, so if you're gonna have the delivery guy leave it out there and take piece by piece, that's what I did. Brought every single piece through my side entrance, was able to put this together by myself. The sidewalls, not the roof. The roof I needed help, and you might need help. I recommend two or three people to help you out on this project. So very simple, easy to put together. If you have help, I hope you guys enjoy the video. 99.6 of you are not subscribers in my channel. I hope that the content helps you out and that you find it very useful, and I hope you hit the like and subscribe.